Put my shit back on this fucking porch. Yeah. I saw you when you got out the motherfucking car. You're trying to put my shit back on this motherfucking porch.
Sure.
You done lost your motherfucking mind. You don't come up on my shit and take my shit.
You got it.
You lucky.
You got it.
You lucky.
You got it.
Motherfucker. You see this motherfucker just tried to take the...
When guys text you, did you take the plan B? No. I forgot.
I'm going to take your husband and fuck him 6 weeks from Sunday. Maybe when I'm done with him, you can have him back. If he wants to come back.
Dara.
This doesn't concern you. This is between me and your wife.
Bang, are you going to let her speak to me like this?
Oh, he can't help you. Now I take it that we will not need to have this conversation again.
Let's get it. You know, I choose such little songs, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, what's good, everybody? What's good? This is Chaos Rain here, and today, very important topic, as you see the thumbnail, and something to really examine from my perspective. And maybe it'll lead to much more bigger conclusions. But before I go into today's stream, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the top notification bell. You do not get them from middle or lower bells. Those are like little jingle bells, jingle rocks, like you don't get them shits. The party Where it's at is on the top notification bell. So like always, please hit the top bell while subscribing to the channel. Also, follow Chaos Reign on Twitter at Chaos Reign 7. And as y'all know, I have Facebook. Please follow me on Facebook as well. Eric Reign is the name on Facebook. So please follow me on Facebook as well. Also, I have a Discord service. As you know, we're building and growing the Discord service as you could tell. Most things I post, maybe a majority is on the show, but there are other things I could post as well. But like always, it would be nice for y'all to join Discord service. Share your thoughts, share your opinions, conversate. You know, don't be shy. Don't be antisocial. Join the Discord service. I'm looking forward to chopping up with you on Discord on a lot of things. You know, it's like a little small gathering circle on Discord. And I like to build up as much as I build up other channels. So please don't be hesitant and join Discord today. What else I'm trying to see here? Also, if you have not checked some of the previous streams, they're all on the archives on Chaos Reign channel. I might put up another stream that might be helpful for the ladies, the lovely, sexy, you know, black, dark, brown, or whatever you want to call mixture complexion black women. So be on the lookout for that, ladies. I'll probably go eventually put it on. But the only way you're gonna know that is you make sure you're subscribed and your notification is high on this channel. And I'm going through some things looking at this. Yeah, man. Yeah. Just make sure send out last notifications. And normally, you know, when you always understand how YouTube works, people, is it only sends out 30% notifications to potential new subscribers. It never all puts out of notifications that subscribe to the channel. Never happened and never will. So don't expect if you're doing content that it's going to let everybody know that you're live. It's not in the business of doing so, you know. Unless something that's ratchet, you know, something that they would love to advertise. Yeah, they'll put it up there, but majority of the times they won't. I mean, that's how I see it, you know. And let's look at some last few minute things. And the funny thing about this particular stream that I'm doing is this is going to possibly maybe uncomfortable for those that's maybe foreign blacks, possibly, maybe. But we got to have this discussion to how I see things. All right, let me check right here. All right. I think is there any more other notifications that I'm checking? Oh yes. I eventually will put the email for those that want to, you know, I can keep in contact with email as well. In time I will do that as well. But as I'm strongly growing this channel, a lot of things I'm going to probably change down the pipe. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't think I have anything else on here. Where is it? Hold on. One more thing. Okay, good. Okay, I think that's everything. And let me check my Twitter. Make sure no interesting Twitter feeds. Good. So I guess we on the time, and we could probably get started. And let me check one last thing. Our with 10 minutes in, so we could probably start. Let me refresh my page, and let me find the articles. Cause you know me, I like to deal with the evidence. Where is my here it is. And I'm probably gonna pull out 2 articles. Some from Yahoo and some other sources. But nonetheless, you know, we gotta examine this. And we gotta dissect what is the real reason for this. Alright. Okay. Today's stream, everybody. Chaos Reign presents. Or I should say, the show begins. Nigeria bans foreign advertisers. But is it too late? And what I mean by too late, as you know, the image of what you want to see as beautiful, godly, and all of the goodies is not always depicted to what we like to call black skin, black ethnic image, broad nose, thick lips, black skin, and including nappy, rough hair. This is the phenotype of black people, majority, globally. It's a beautiful image. It's a wonderful image. If you're a black person, you should accept it and love it and have a big smile on your face. To know, say, God bless you and made you black as it's black as tar, or whatever you want to call it. That depicts where other groups of people look at you as negative, evil, and that you're no good and that you're cursed by some ham nonsense. And they do this to gaslight you so that way they can hold superiority to you. I mean, superior to them, to you, and make you look more inferior than you are. So keep in mind that black is beautiful, black is all everything. Anything less than black is uncivilized, in my opinion. And you know, you're not gonna get much clicks and views because there might be non-black people that will listen to this and think this is very atrocious, racist. Yes, it is, because you love and want to preserve yourself. And black people should have that same thinking mindset. It's not majority of us, but there are very small few that still want to see the ethnic image and see the ethnicity of our people thrive and prosper in an uncertain world we in. Where in a time where the non-blacks, the Europeans, are on a very short time scale where they are not recoupling oneself. So the next big thing they have to do to remain and have an existence on this present, on this earth, is you have to interbreed, integrate, and intermingle and absorb within the black race itself to have a fighting chance to survive in regards to keeping your population in existence for the remainder of the end of this century and beyond. And beyond. So that is the name of the game. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Make sure you guys get the likes up. Links are in the room. Also, you know, if you feel so inclined, donate to the channel. Like always, things have to move as roughly. And like always, you know, depending on that donations, things have to go back and build more better to hopefully the quality of the channel. But I only need in regards to what you could contribute to make possibly this happen. You know. And before I continue, let me do this. I forgot to add this. All right. As you know, I'm going to be simulcasting here also. And let me. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm simulcasting on different devices, including here on the Clubhouse thing. But anyway, so that's the scoop. And as I go into it and read and share, we have to keep in mind that Nigeria did not really become Nigeria until like the 60s or independent around the last century. I could be wrong. I gotta double check the history of Nigeria. But Ghana got their independence back in the late 50s. And follow suit all other countries if they're not independent from their oppressors, they're still under some form of control. Which like most third world countries are, They gotta still pay their tithes to Rome. You must give to Caesar. No matter what. He must get his 10%. And that's how you see most black people, I'd say. So let's look at this article. And I might put this link ahead of time, depending on how my mood is. But let's look at things. So we're gonna share the first article, and some of these articles might be the same, but we're gonna look at these articles and see what really is going on here. All right. And mind you, this got attention from Yahoo News. Nigeria becomes first country to legally ban white talented from ad campaigns. As of October the 1st, all advertisements and marketing communications in Nigeria must only use talent that is native to Nigeria, as stated by the Advertising Regulator Council of Nigeria. This makes Nigerians the first country to legally ban white talents from ad campaigns. Now, the biggest question I should ask, and not just Nigeria, but all 54 countries in Africa, why in the F are you having advertisements that is not part of your ethnic group, your phenotype, etc., brand their markets in your own backyard? Should be number one question. Number one. Number two, that means if you have advertising in your country, that means you have white, mostly actors, that's in your movies, your roles, whatever. And that's another strike. But the biggest question I should ask is, why are you doing that? I mean, let's be honest. You have not really thought this through when you first, even the famous of all movie companies was Nollywood, if you're familiar with that. And let's be honest. Nollywood and their movies have not really gotten really innovated over the amount of years it was established. And I'm going to set a precedent and a side note to all black people that's actors or movie directors or have certain understanding of how to make filmography. It will make better sense if you're struggling in America to produce the movies you want. You better off going to the content to make your movies and rebrand it and sell it here in America. Meaning, you should make the movies, have a simple streaming service, or better yet, bring some of it on DVD over here and start build your clientele and build up your brand. Because I've seen some African movies, and there's some that I possibly, I'll tell you, be honest, I don't like much. And the reason why is the quality of the films. And really, if you take the minds and brains of the ADOS, black man, black woman, that's either in film or in Hollywood, they could make something out of that, in my opinion. But I'm just saying. Let's keep going. That means companies will only be able to source local Nigerian talents, whether it's for modeling, acting, or voiceover in their marketing campaigns. Currently, advertisers' campaigns with foreigners can continue, but moving forward, there will be no new permits for ad consisting of those foreigners to Nigerians.
There's never been a better time to get away with a great deal on the Hyundai you've always.
Sorry about that, guys. The decision comes along with the government of efforts to develop local talent and build economic growth. In the past, Nigeria only relied on foreign models and voiceover experts in their marketing campaigns. Companies would mainly hire white models or British voiceovers, and the government has decided this needs to change. And I hope they're changing for the better, because like I said, if you're using non-black people to, for advertising in your own country, you're screwed already. You're screwed. Let's keep going. Before this decision, the Nigerian government has been charging companies a tax nearly 240 for using foreign talents in their ads. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Should I bring up the currency converter, see how much that is in Nigerian naira? Let's look. Where's my currency converter? Let me find that bad boy. Let me find it, guys, because we got to do the math. We got to do the money here. All right. Currency. You got to look at the math of this, baby. Okay. So let's say that they're charging white advertisers. Let's say let's switch this to Nigeria. I'm gonna find I'm about to share screen to see how much in their money is converted into everybody else. Nigeria, where's Nigeria? Okay, Nigerian naira. And we're gonna go, because let's say people they use is English people. Let's say England. Or the English pound. Where is it? Euro, in the euros. Okay. We're going to do this. I'm going to erase all this. We're going to see how much that is through other global means, because it's time to learn and look how much their money they're spending outside of Nigeria. Okay, this is Nigerian naira. So let's say 240. 240. Looking at 1,000 something dollars. Let's switch another country. Let's say European countries. Let's go with France. Or general British pound. 117,000. Let's look at another European country. We're gonna look at France. I can find it. Where's the French? I might have passed it, I'm not sure what the currency is in France, but all right, we'll just go skip France. Let's try United States. The US dollar. $1,000 on the US dollar. Okay, let's go France. France got the same currency, euro. Italy. All right. All right. Well, y'all get the point. I'm gonna go back to it. So there's a lot out of that currency. How you doing? Miss Positive Vibes. Good evening. All right, so we're gonna go back to screen share. And the purpose I show y'all that to see the money they have to spend and how much they're actually not gaining but losing. Spending that amount of money. 240 for using foreign talents in their ads. That's a lot of money. Support from local officials and media 10 to 20 years ago, if you just check the commercial, I would say they were almost 50-50 in terms of foreign faces. All in all, the voiceovers were British accents, starting Steve, Bebeko, head of the Nigeria Advertising Association. Multinational corporations would also use white models for their global campaign. So they're not showing them and representing their own country. Imagine that. That's a huge slap in the face, in my opinion, don't y'all? Bebeko chimes that these new regulations are finally catch up with the sentiments of Nigerian people. People will tell you there are about 200 million of us. Are you telling me you could not find indigenous models for these commercials? State Bebeko. And the answer is no. No. And the reason why I say no, because let's be honest. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get some pushback. Black people look at and see white people, non-black people, as gods. You don't respect yourself because you don't see value in oneself. It's always, when you see us black people, man and women, we operate and think and carry out black hatred, black bias, not only to ourselves, but towards each other. So Mr. Bakun, or Bakuin, or Bakin, wherever you pronounce it, does not see value in promoting and having his own people, especially his own women. And as I can tell from the thumbnail, the nice, beautiful black woman that has her natural black hair, fro, dark skin, etc., I guarantee he would not use her as advertisement for a country. And the reason why I say is because she's too damn black. And that's the thing we call colorism. Now, everybody said that there's a certain gender that's more colorless. I go infer. Both of us don't like to see black, dark skin, period, as a collective, as a whole. And we got to stop the cap and the nonsense. And I'm going to keep it raw with y'all and keep it real honest with y'all. How I view and see things, we don't respect the skin tone we have. There should not be something we call a fucking paper bag test. There should not be someone that said, I prefer you lighter this up. When you start thinking that you should look more light than what you really are, it tells you already have a self-hating, embedded, psychological epigenetic in you that you don't like what you see in that mirror. Why even the dog test was so important back in the 50s, and why they do it and reclaim the same experiment almost 50 years later, from 1950 to 2000. They do this to do a psychological analysis and a test to see where you Negroes' head is at. And from conclusion of the dog test for their institutions that we send our children into, we don't like what we see in that goddamn mirror. And we teach that and we promote that. Matter of fact, I do you something better. I remember there was a little short video, and it was off this country, but a particular grandma does not like her own daughter, and this is somewhere in the Caribbean, mostly in Latin American country. A black grandma with her little black children. She did not like one of her daughters playing, or granddaughter playing with a black doll. Yes. And we don't understand that we are promoting, teaching, and pass down epigenetics and self-hatred towards black skin. The only time black skin will come in existence now is when it comes in the bedroom, where there has to be some form of narcissism and some weird fetish attraction that's going to continue to produce black, dark skinned people. If the attraction and the attraction and the serious lustfulness of it, you will not see black skin in the 21st century. You'll see more lighter skin and damn near white skin in this century now, with the new push for more admixture and absorption. We gotta talk the truth here, people. We had to be honest. If we're not so honest, how we carry on for social media and all other digital spaces, we should have no problem saying, I refer to somebody blacker, darker, and darker would be even preferable because it's the more highest form. But the reason why we operate and think like this is because this is passed down epigenetically now. It's no longer passed down for the institutions. The institutions did their work by teaching what is purity and not, depending on what school you go to and who represents you and who doesn't represent you. Majority of our school systems now are taught by non-black people. So right there, it pushes the notion that black is not beautiful, black is nothing, especially if we're around them more than they're around us. It reinforced the self-inferiority, self-defeating mentality, and the self-hatred right there. And that's somehow I had to give credit to Mr. Igmore, that if you want to change, you gotta really take hold of some of these institutions. Personally. If not, you're going to see absorption. And absorption is going to happen on not only one side, but both sides. Let's keep going. Bolin Okini, a Nigerian TV host, adds that it is also about to compete of competitive nature of the African nation. Since a majority of the ads in Africa are shot in South Africa and Kenya, ad agencies in Nigeria will now have to develop their advertisement locally, which they should have been doing anyway. Why the hell you had to wait till a point? And let's be honest. I think the country has some problem financially, some way, that they're making this move. I don't think they're doing this in good faith, in my opinion. Because if you've been doing this for decades now, since they've been marketing this, why now you say you gotta make a change now? You're not doing it for the betterment of the self-image of Nigerians. You're doing this to better align your pocket, in my opinion. But anyway, Akron head Olakin Falopio also defends the regulations by saying that advertisers should resonate with the people. Olakin Falopio, one of the lead Akron defends the regulation, states advertisers should resonate with the people. How do you think it will resonate if we keep using foreign artists? Said Falopio, adding that other African countries have imposed bans on foreign models before, but never has it been made into a regulation until now. That's the end of this article. And, y'all guys can find this article. Let me find one more article. And I think the article might say the same thing, but you never know. And it's from Revolt. All right. I don't know if I can get. Let me see if I can copy this. Let me see if I can get this situated, guys. I mean, I'm just pulling a bunch of articles right now, so. And I'm probably going to open this up. See if anybody has their thoughts and opinions. Let me get from this or go through this. And make sure everything is good with this one. Matter of fact, I think I found the one. And this was ahead. So let me find this particular.
Keep your eyes on the horizon 100% of the time. You are a success story.
All right, guys, hold on. I'm trying to find the actual article. There's another article of the face of this. And this was done by the tweet. All right, where is it? This one's a better article. Yes, this one's a better article. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, they sent some subscription. Oh, hell no. Nope, not doing that. Not doing no subscription here. I don't care less about all that dumb shit. All right, so we're gonna use Revolt, and let me make sure this is good. And let me remove all these stupid advertisers. Kind of get confused with the ads. All right, so let me share this one last article, man. I'm probably gonna open up. And I see some people in the chat room. Matter of fact, I'll drop this now, because I'm gonna soon stop my little rant. All right, one last article. Another article. Nigeria becomes first country to ban foreign ad. We say this. In efforts to uplift the focus. Hold on, guys. Okay. Make sure you mute your line, please. Okay. All right. So now, last article. In efforts to uplift and focus on homegrown talent, Nigeria has officially banned foreign models from the television ad. Atlanta Black Star reports. And I should find that, the Atlanta Black Star, because Atlanta Black Star has more coverage. So let me go to that instead. Because that right there is run and controlled by black people. So let's go to that one. 1 second, people. All right, we're gonna look at the Atlanta Star one, because this one right here, it's okay, but no, matter of fact, we'll continue since I'm already on this article. The movie is expected to boost a prospect of local within the advertising industries, which is currently reflected by a large percentage of white models and people with British accents. Brotons accounts for about half of the models and voiceovers in Nigeria commercials and a couple of decades ago, says Steve Babiko, president of Associates of Advertisers, which I read already. Furthermore, he notes that the change is a part of the current renaissance in the country surrounding identity. As long as maybe 8 years ago, you would notice some kind of resonance in Nigeria, he said, or he shares. People will tell you there are about 200 million of us. Are you telling me you could not find indigenous models for the commercial, as stated before? And here it says, which is a number account, current restrictions are already in place in Nigeria for the use of foreign models. Films have to pay a fee of 1,000 naira, which equals to $240 or $240 American dollars. So right there, the currency converter was right. $1,000. As y'all see early into the stream, which y'all, when y'all go back, you'll catch it. I did the money currency of their country in Britain pound and US dollars. And this article gives you the basics of the money that I showed right here. And originally from the country for its advertisements. The federal agency is in charge of regulating advertisements and marketing communications, announced the ban on August 22nd. It is set to take effect in October. All advertising the marketing communication material are to make us of only Nigerian models and voiceovers artists, said the Advertising Regulators Council of Nigeria in an official statement. This is the tweet that popped up in Twitter that drew the most attention about this. And this tweet was on August 26th. They already announced it back in the 22nd, and they tweeted a couple days later. Now it says here, while many people celebrate the news, others accuse the country of practicing reverse racism. Now, I'm not sure what do you mean by reverse racism, because in America, most of the artists and stuff that you see that they depicted as mostly non-white. I mean, non-black. Sorry. So why is it that when black people in black nations, black countries, decide to say, I want more of our likeness, our image, they are going to fight you, black people, whether you in America, whether you in the Caribbean, whether you in some part of Latin America where, you know, they don't talk about the blacks, the real blacks, the dark-skinned ones. They talk about the ones that look goddamn white. But that's another story. And even parts of Africa. They will fight you in regards to control the image of what is godlike, what is beauty, what is everything, especially the standards of beauty. And we got to be honest and understand this and learn this well. Define a beauty standards in the world that we live in. The beauty standard is non-black. And I could say this with a smile on my face, why I mean by that. Because it does not represent you as a man and reps you as a woman. So because of this, there's no need or emphasis of respecting and liking oneself, because you're not the standard of beauty in this country. You could think you want to be the standard of beauty, but as long as they keep the image of what is beautiful and what is not, you're always going to have these problems. The government bans foreign models, not white models. White models are foreign to Nigeria, so of course they are naturally banned, said British Nigerian author Lotana Ogoy Aduz. I think I pronounced her name right. In a tweet, however, the ban bars anybody who simply is Nigerian. Huge difference. Nigerian human rights activist Nido Kato doesn't believe that the ban is about white models either. Those people celebrating are definitely we call diasporians and non-Nigerian people, because those of us that live in Nigeria can't remember when last we saw white people in our advertisements. All right. She tweets, what Nigeria is banning is other Africans because a lot of South African models are used in our ads. Oh, well. It's a start that, you know, you got to start represent yourself. Now, the Black Star, Atlanta Black Star, I could read, but as I'm scanning through it, it's saying the same thing, but I think the article that you see me read gave more substance than the previous article. So, personally, there you have it. Not going into more detail on this. All right. Let me drop the link one more time. Anybody not coming up? That's fine. I call this a day. Not going to stay here too long. But let's have this conversation, shall we? And let me make sure my device is open, because I shut down some devices. Like I said before, you got to have your likeness and your representation on a lot of these advertisers. And it's going to come a time where if you really wanted to fix this and really get this a grip of the natural image of your people, you're going to have to, and I mean you're going to have to loosely, you're going to have to start promoting your own. And if you're not promoting your own, you're not doing disservice. Black people should be the number one priority of what you're putting out here, what you're trying to promote, whether it's food and including clothing and other materials. It should be, and it makes more better sense to see one of your own touching, promoting, and wearing your garments and all this stuff as the front of advertisement. It should not be something else. It should be that and that alone. And personally, what I've noticed, hold on. What I've noticed is that a lot of people that have no problem and was celebrated the most, I guarantee you, are people that's not from Africa. From the looks of things. And that's sad. And I would be surprised because, let's be honest, certain Nigerians are happy with this because now it gives them opportunity to, get employment on simple advertisements. I'm just looking at things. So let's have the conversation. Do y'all believe that that this is a good step, or is it really too late? Now, what I will do, let me see if I can get some people present. I'm gonna start with the phone lines first, and then work my way down. And matter of fact, I'm probably gonna open some extra lines. I might do that now.
Well,
what's good, Terrence?
not that much.
What's good? All right. Oh yeah, today's the first. Anyway. Hey, Terrence, let me ask you a question. Since you're older than me, you heard that African is banning foreigners advertisement from whites promoting themselves. Advertising.
I'm still trying to understand that question.
Right now the news is that Africans. All right, let me go this. Let me make it better for you. Nigeria became the first country to ban foreign models in TV ads in their country.
You say they banning whites from doing TV ads?
No, they're banning any advertisers that have white image, white voices.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
Yes, that's what.
I haven't heard about that.
Oh damn! Well, you'd be busy, but
what country? Hold on, what country is doing this?
Only Nigeria. Nigeria is the first country to start the process of banning anything that's white advertising.
I find it strange because they the biggest sellouts in Africa.
I mean, we can have that argument. They are. So I'm thinking it must be money issue. They doing that. There's got to be money.
Cause that's why they're so crooked. Because the Europeans they colonize Lagos, which is where all the corruption is. That's why they created what they call the 401. The 401 is them Africans in Nigeria. They always scam you on the internet. Cause I know a sister. She had me part of their ring. She would scam some money from some people, and then had me draw the money down from the Western Union and then send it to them, and then they'd break me off something. It was a girl.
Oh,
it was a Nigerian girl behind it. Telling her brother.
Now you're talking to the crowd on YouTube right now, Terrence. So you're telling people that's listening right now, not much people watching me right now, that you got scammed and crooked by a Nigerian sister?
No, I'm saying she brought me in on their scam. They had me as the middleman. See, they couldn't.
Oh wow.
They couldn't pull the money directly from Western Union, so I was the in-between guy. I would pull the money from Western Union because I don't have no reputation like that. And then I would send it. I would break myself off some and send them the rest.
Okay.
So I was doing about maybe $700 to $800 each time.
It's amazing. That's amazing, bro. I mean, shit. I mean, I have no answer to that person. I have no answer. My thing is this, that that they could sure run a hustle on you, man. And if you're not careful, you're gonna get screwed, man.
Yeah, well, they learn from the best.
And who's the best?
Because even in E5, a lot of those words were changed by the British, because like the word Orisha, okay, now people spell it Orisha, but originally it was Orisa. And it's quite a few other words that have the British influence, and even how Nigerian is supposed to be the so corrupted, the 401. Them the ones that scam. Well, who do you think they learned that from?
Yeah. Wow. Oh, wow. I mean, my thing is this. I have no problem with black people in Africa, in my opinion.
No, me neither.
But I'd be honest, personally, that you gotta be careful, because let's be honest, they might have some talents and have some intelligence, but overall they're very crooked and very slick if you're not careful. You know?
Yeah. Well, the younger ones who's not part of that, they have come up with a lot of these apps. You know, they have come from Nigeria and moved to California. So a lot of these apps we're using today came from Nigerians, and they're very creative, because especially the younger ones, you know, they're not exposed to that. Like one guy, he made this machine, this generator that runs off urine, and it produces electricity. So you do is collect everybody pee, and you get your ongoing generator.
Okay.
I couldn't do that though.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, man. I tell people many times, you know, you gotta be careful who you give money to, or any people that's trying to go far away. And usually, how the scam is, they do the telecommunication. They call you and stuff and run that game on you. You know what I'm saying, and I know they scam a lot of non-black people for that, but you know, when it's kind of black people, because black people don't got like that.
With a new thing now, like in Atlanta, because they got me for a little something. What they do is they be advertising these properties.
Okay.
And have you send them some money and want you to meet them somewhere. And it'll be on the up and up, and they bad with it too. I mean, they gonna find a way to scam any and every possible way.
Yeah, it's a natural thing, you know. Yeah. Well, I think how they run game, like you said, and let's be honest, the Africans do what they gotta do to survive, you know. And as you know, with their currency and their wherever the condition they are in Africa, which they have some good, nice spots in Africa, personally.
Yeah, but I mean, they resort to that because of how much British influence still exists, particularly in Lagos. Because I'll give you an example. There's the only billionaire that exists in Africa come from Nigeria, and you'd be surprised the business they offer them this billions, agriculture. And then there's a woman that owns a car manufacturing facility. That's the only one I know of in the whole world that's African.
What's the car brand name? What's the name of the brand?
I don't know. You have to look it up. Because you can't find no blacks over here. Even though I found out that the chief engineer for the Tesla cars was a brother, and he left Elon Musk. And he hooked up with Master P. So I don't know, are they going to try to do something? Because I see Tesla kind of moving in a different direction now. Okay. Because it's hard to find another, engineers don't come a dime a dozen like that. Okay. You know.
Well, my thing with engineers now is most of them that go through school or some form of colloquial school or some form of higher institution. If you don't have a certain mindset going into that, you're going to be working for somebody else. And it takes a very few of them to break out of that mold. I mean,
you had no choice because remember, a college student they'll spend so much on tuition. What money do they really have to finance anything? That's why you got to get this book called Universities in the Business of Repression. And,
can you say it one more time for the people that's listening?
Yeah, Universities in the Business of Repression.
When this book came out?
It's been out for a while because I had that book back in 2012.
Is it in PDF? Do you have a PDF of this?
No. It's on Amazon.
All right. Do me a favor. Send information through Messenger. You know, if you can. I might go back to playback this, but if you can do that.
Right.
Yeah.
See, the unique thing about the book, it shows how, like, for instance, Bell and Howell, if you had to look at endowment are the people that finance certain departments in schools. See, colleges were basically made to train young people to be the brainchild of rich financiers. Where the financier would endow, like, for instance, Bell and Howell endowed the telecommunication program at Tennessee State. Well, all students had to do this dissertation. When you get your PhD, you want to graduate, you got to do a dissertation.
Mm-hmm.
So he did a dissertation on telecommunication. And he the one came up with the cell phone. Well, guess what? There's a clause where the students don't read that whatever intellectual
property
creation come up with is the property of the one who endowed the telecommunication program, which would be Bell and Howell.
Okay.
And that's how they get these. It's like in Chicago. Some of the students, they use them. They don't care what color you is. The atom bomb, because my mentor took me to a Ford Reserve in Chicago and showed me where they had put the atom bomb once they had made it. They buried it underground in the Ford Reserve. And once again, the student didn't get no royalties from it.
Mm.
You know, because Rockefeller, they run the University of Chicago. In Chicago.
I didn't know that. I thought they ran. Yeah. I thought they ran New York, Rockefellers,
and Chicago.
Oh wow.
Yep.
And that's how they run another gangster city like Chicago. Ain't that something?
I mean, think about it. The AMA was birthed in Chicago, right across the street from Presbyterian St. Luke Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what was born right across the street? The Center for Disease Control.
Mm.
The Sloan Kettering Foundation for Chemotherapy was created by Rockefeller's brother.
Mm. Okay.
Standard Oil. You see, Rockefeller was savvy. First, he was into the railroad business. And then he saw how lucrative the oil was. So you know what he did? With the railroad,
mm-hmm.
he found all the guys who was managers of all his competitive railroad companies.
Mm-hmm.
And he offered them so much money to sabotage the company and let him take it over, and then he hired them to run it. And that's what he did.
Okay.
And the reason why I be talking about resources so much, because Rockefeller at one point said, you give me all the resources, I control the world. And then some years later, he came back and recanted that statement and said, he said, give me all the money and I rule the world. And then he came back years later and recanted that statement and said, give me the resources and I'll dominate the world.
Okay.
Because if I got the resources, people are going to take the money that they make and get the resources from me, like the oil.
Yep.
Standard Oil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they was the ones that dealt with the Federal Reserve Act. Matter of fact, in 1 year, on Christmas Eve, on Jekyll Island, the graduated income tax, the nonprofit act and trust, and there was two more entities that was birthed that allowed them to pretty much corner. So now you had two separate groups of whites. One who was rich with no power, and one was rich who had power.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Kellogg's, the DuPonts, the Rockefeller, the Mellons, the Hunts.
Mm-hmm.
And they all was from the Northeast.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody from the West.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so there's a piece of work.
Yeah.
But like these schools, you know, like the MITs, the Stanfords, you know, like certain schools are prominent in certain things, like the medical field, atomic energy, things like that. So they made sure that their influence was in each of these universities. So Rockefeller got these conglomerates together, and they said, look, you endow this program in this school. You endow that program in that school. I'm going to endow the program in these schools. And those areas that they endowed were the areas that control the world right to this day.
Okay.
And you got people still going to school, and the students don't know no better. They go there and they get used. They educate you, and they really, in the field of marine biology, they targeting young black women. They go to school for marine biology. They extract from their intellectual property, and then they own them. Give them a good paying job. So they think that's a prominent position, but they don't realize they're being used and owned at the same time. Because I met a sister like that in Houston, in marine biology. She done got all big and fat. I met some sisters from the island of Bermuda. They went to the UK and they said, oh, we have to take the white man's science to help cure the world. I'm like, that science ain't gonna cure nothing, sister. You done got brainwashed by thinking that.
There's no cure. There's no money in cures. I'm not sure why people are still thinking that they're going to cure these diseases. Have they known that every year, couple years, maybe 5-10 years, that there's new possible existing disease and so-called more crazier disease that say that it's uncontrollable, that they want to give you patch up work for the problem? And I'm always saying patch up loosely because I want you to understand the breadcrumb that what has they really cured? You know what I'm saying?
But see, now,
but there's no money in cures.
I don't know if you heard the new recent news. For the first time, with a placebo study and trial, they gave about 25 to 30 people this new
Wait. Hold on, make sure you watch the words. But go ahead, listen. Go ahead.
Yeah, this new drug for curing cancer, and this is the first trial ever where every single person in the trial got cured.
Okay.
So when you put that information out there, it only gives them even more credibility.
Okay. All right. Good.
That's why they had to control the media too.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It's a book that came out years ago called Media Monopoly. You look at all these conglomerates and these interlocking corporations, and how one sits on the board of the other, and they sit on the board of each other's corporation. So they got the medical field covered, the technology as far as the different type of fuels and power sources we use, nuclear energy, things like that. Because our mentor Steve Copeland, he would always tell us, go to these universities and look who endowed certain programs, and look how influential those programs are in influencing and controlling this country.
Okay.
And then you'll see the writing is on the wall.
All right. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Well, we're not gonna go more further than that, breadcrumb. Overall, I tell people many times, and that was good, Leah, Terrence, that people in Africa, I'm saying, in my opinion, is a step in somewhat of a so-called positive direction, but not something that I think is any All right, guys, I'm back. Yeah. Oh yeah. I like to thank Terrence for calling in. That was helpful. My conclusion to all this is that it is too late, in my opinion, because the image of how Black people is represented in some parts of Africa, especially Nigeria, they already fully indoctrinated to view and respect non-Black and only whiteness. To now make this move, I think it's more of an economic move than anything else, because why would you, out of all nations, have a change heart to even put regulations politically and maybe on paper now to remove anything that's Eurocentric presence in regards to representation of your country? I think it's preposterous, in my opinion, but that's just me. That's just me. Wait, let me see if I'm back online. All right, let me see. All right. All right, my echo's gone. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you got some out of this. Personally, I don't think there's gonna be much change in Nigeria, but that's just me. That's just me. But other than that, I'd like to hear from y'all in the comment section personally. This should be a good one. This should be a good one. And like always, if you are new to the Chaos Rain channel, oh, did I put my? I could probably put it up now. Where is it? Make sure donate to the channel. Chaos Rain at Chaos Rain 8 Rain. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. Oh, and join the Discord service as well. And that is all the links, people. Looking forward to hearing from y'all. Be on the lookout for more content and next content on this channel. I can't tell you the day, but make sure your subscriber is on high. Wait, I see this. Okay. I'm just curious, do you think you have a different view of how you see European beauty standards? Because my beauty standards, how I view is it should be reflective of the people. Meaning that if we are Black people, and if you didn't catch the early part of this stream, Positive Vibes, what I mean is we should like and respect what we see in the mirror. No broad nose, big lips, brownish, darker skin, and very much coarse, 9-scene hair, what they call nappy head. That should be the represent of beauty. That's how it should go. That's how it should always be. But because we run and operate in this system and how we view beauty now, that's not the beauty in this first world nation, this Western world, personally. So everybody's going to fall more and adapt more to what is the majority and what the beauty standard here in this. But really, every culture, every race, which we are a race within ourselves, should be following our own beauty standards to where we see the beauty of our likeness. And we should keep it as natural as possible. Meaning, if we say what's the more beautiful woman, it should represent from our side. Someone that doesn't have to really carry more of the Eurocentric aesthetics. We all know majority of us, we don't have straight hair. Our hair goes up, it's lengthy, it goes high up. It's supposed to show strength and stability, personally. So, let me see if it. Okay, good. Watch back, because I said some things on that. But really, in regards to beauty standard, it should be us as a people that we should have our own form of beauty standard, how we want. And if we're going for a beauty standard as Black people, rather we're in America or out abroad, it should keep to the aesthetics of what we really are. We should not be trying to be artificially something that we're not. Now, this is hard for a lot of women to hear this because, let's be honest, we are trained to view Blackness as negative, as bad, as evil, etc. Right? So we're going to do things to correct it, meaning we're going to enhance our appearance. If you don't have jet black skin, you shouldn't have on so much makeup. It doesn't look good on you. You should not be wearing too many fake artificial hairs. You want to keep it as close as natural as possible. Now, do I say that you have to have the fro all the time? Not really. You can rock it, and there's ways to rock it. But like I said, I'm a man. I'm going to give you an honest opinion if we're talking about the aesthetics of the beauty standards. We got to be respected that it should not be nothing close to anything Eurocentric or whiteness as possible. If we want to be honest in regards what is the standard of beauty we want to set for ourselves instead of what we see in this environment we're in now, in this country we're in. So I hope that answered your question. So, like I said, follow me on all links. Looking forward to hear from you on the comment section. Be on the lookout for the next broadcast. Oh, wonderful. That's nice. That's nice. I think Fox locks, are they like the thick locks, Positive Vibe? I'm curious. I think that's like the thick locks are the nice pretty locks. You know, like the ones like, well, it's like very it's knotty, but it's like, you know, it's not too thick. It's like thin. I don't know. I could be wrong. Okay. Yeah, so that is pretty much it. Hope you got some out of this, guys. Be on the lookout for the next live stream. And like always, thin and fake locks. Okay. Well, as long as you have that type, I have no complaint about that. You know, rock out, Positive Vibes, rock out. Yeah. But like always, everybody, you know where to find me. And where is it? Hold on. Try. And until next time, let it get us.